Am I really about to make another video about places to sit in Skyrim? Yes, I am. Because sitting is great. In fact, I like sitting so much that I'm doing it right now. And I bet you are too. Maybe on the toilet. And Skyrim is loaded with places to plop your top. Like chairs indoors. Chairs outdoors. Benches indoors. Benches outdoors. Although this one is kind of awkward because of, someone should do something about that. But where is the best place in Skyrim to park your Ark? Yeah, each town has a couple of chairs and benches scattered throughout it, but none of them are something to write home about. And all the good ones in Whiterun may have their tranquility ruined by Heimskr, depending on what he's up to at the time.
We are but maggots, writhing in the filth of our own corruption.
If he has been dealt with in your game, then these are pretty great places to squat and plot, but they aren't the best. And I yearn for the best. So I did what any reasonable person should do with their limited time on this earth. I scoured the digital world of Skyrim, without mods, searching for the best places to sit. And I sat there to see what kind of thoughts they would inspire. If any at all. So, let's get started again. This would be a great place to sit. Great view, shelter when it rains. But these damn mages that were here before me, who I may or may not have killed, can't be bothered to pick up after themselves. And I'm the Dragonborn, what am I gonna do? Pick up my own chair? There's no shout for that. Guess I'll just move on. Shame. Not my first place to put a table. A hammock maybe, but not a table. The legs of the table must have a buttload of folded up business cards under them to prevent it from rocking. Nice view though. I bet you could get a lot of work done. I like that tree. I always find it inspiring when any kind of plant grows through a rock. It's like the epitome of perseverance, isn't it? It also explains why grass is super effective against rock in Pokemon. And why paper beats rock. But nothing beats this view. Now this guy's thinking, how could I have the audacity to sit next to him on the same bench? Like I'm using the urinal right next to him. But I mean, let's not pretend like benches aren't meant to be shared. Benches serve more than one purpose. Yeah, they're a great place to rest your feet on a midday stroll, but they also encourage human interaction because there's no physical barrier between the two people sitting on them. So next time you're at the park and you need a little rest, maybe sit next to someone else. Maybe you'll make a new friend. Maybe you find out you both like Brett Dennen. Or maybe they'll think you're a serial killer. But that doesn't matter unless you actually are a serial killer. I don't know what it is. There's just something about this spot that I really like. But I can't quite figure it out. Something about the view? Maybe it's the smell of whatever's burning? Not really sure. This guy knows what I'm talking about. Now, this is the best place to sit in all of Skyrim. Because out here, it's just me and my good friend Nobleman. And together we're just smoking scuba, just hanging out. I have a pretty good time. Oh god, they're vampires. You know, I've never understood the whole afraid of heights thing. It's like, what are you afraid of? The act of climbing a ladder? Or the possibility of falling off it? Because fear is just your reaction to things that haven't happened yet. And probably won't happen at all. So next time you feel afraid, ask yourself what it is you're really afraid of. Are you really afraid of asking for help? Or are you afraid of rejection? Are you really afraid of thunder? Or are you just afraid of things that you can't control? Am I really afraid of snakes? Or am I just afraid the one is going to crawl up the toilet while I'm sitting on it and then go up my ass? We may never know. I always thought it seemed kinda tacky for Jarl Balgriff to turn the Great Porch into his personal tea party porch. But now I get it. The Auroras always get the screenshots in this game. But sometimes I feel like the sunrises and sunsets are slept on. Never mind. This is way better.
Yes, Mom. You want a drink?
No thank you, I'm alright.
Until next time.
Now surely those were all pretty great places to sit. But in retrospect, what you're looking at does not a great place to sit make. Most of the time it doesn't matter where you're sitting, but who you're sitting with. Because no matter how much you may enjoy solitude, the fact of reality is that people need people. So the more time you can spend with your friends and family, the better. Just think about it. All the best stories that have been told, or jokes shared, or wisdom passed down, has all come from a group of people just sitting around something. Hell, you don't even need to talk. Sometimes just sitting there with someone could be enough. Even if all they do is stare at you. And that is what makes this the best place to sit in Skyrim. So thank you for sitting with me through this video, and take care.